From large scale to local gardening, New Englanders have long shared a love and appreciation for the harvest. Our next story takes us to St. Mary's Church in Westfield, where the parish community has long admired the garden behind the rectory, created by former pastor Father Brian McGrath. This year, the current pastor, Father Frank Lawler, opened it up to the parish, creating a community garden for the first time. David Martin now shows us the progress from summer into the fall season.
Gardeners of the community garden at St. Mary Parish in Westfield began planting seeds in early May, and the progress could be seen in mid-July. Father Frank Lawler, pastor at St. Mary Church, said the ground there has very fertile soil from past gardens. The maintenance staff created separate beds and put numbers on them. Father Lawler placed a notice in the bulletin announcing the parishioners could grow their own garden at the parish. The response was so overwhelming that a waiting list had to be created.
We want them to be on our campus, whether that's for gardening or for meetings or for parties or whatever it is, and just make them feel comfortable with the whole concept of church and community. And those are the two things that this enhances, I think.
Father Lawler said gardeners decided whether to grow flowers or fruits and vegetables, some of which would be donated to the church's St. Vincent de Paul Society for their food pantry. Emphasizing faith, prayer, and charity, parishioners are learning more than growing vegetables in the St. Mary Community Garden. Jacqueline Luna, a lifelong parishioner at St. Mary's, has been growing lettuce, peppers, beans, and zucchinis for zucchini bread in her space at the community garden to help provide for her family. Luna said in discovering that some are growing produce in their boxes specifically for the St. Vincent de Paul Society, she realized it is an opportunity for parishioners to give in another way if they are not able to volunteer their time to the society. She related her gardening at the church to a spiritual experience.
I had to make sure that I took the time out of my day to come, water it, weed it. So it was a way of giving of myself into the garden, and also the example of other people growing for St. Vincent and how that's something that they will be able to enjoy, fresh produce.
Luna said she learned a lot from the parish garden experience, including when to plant and when crops are ready to pick. She also learned from observing other gardeners' plots how to create the layout of plants to take advantage of sun and rain. Father Lawler said his parish includes many generous people. Parishioners stock the shelves of the St. Vincent de Paul food pantry with non-perishables regularly. Just about every week, there is some type of donation from the community garden to the food pantry.
No, I'm just constantly amazed at the need, first of all, but of the willingness of people to step in and meet that need, and it's really encouraging for everybody.
Jerry Rayome, a board member of the St. Vincent de Paul Society, said gardeners really have the opportunity to appreciate the fertile land at St. Mary Parish, and there is a lot of camaraderie between them in offering their harvest.
It just shows their generosity. I think the good Christian spirit that they're willing to share what they have with others. So they do it willingly and they do it gladly, which is nice.
Rayome said the food pantry is grateful to have donations of fresh produce, since it is very expensive in grocery stores. He said it was a wonderful year for growing because of a lot of sunshine and rain. Luna said it was nice that the parish opened up the garden to those like herself who do not have space to create a garden at home. She said being one of the youngest to have a garden plot there is special, to show her interest and encourage additional parishioners to learn from more experienced gardeners.
Just spread the word. So maybe it will grow and others my age or younger will come with it, or families will do it together.
Luna is already looking forward to growing a different variety of crops in the St. Mary Community Garden next year. For Reel to Reel, I'm David Martin.
Dave tells us that everyone at the parish is so pleased with how the garden turned out this season, and they are really looking forward to a happy planting next year.